Welcome to the whitest house. Slave souls haunt the halls when the light is out. Except the blood of the poor and the way they mouth. The last gas of a world that is dying out. Welcome to the whitest house, where every room is a tomb that they lie about. Where you can put your filthy feet on the finest couch, and for the right amount, you can even buy it out.
That's the essence of your entire political identity. You might be a white supremacist.
It's supposed to be red.
Now it's recording. Yeah, I had to look over.
No, now.
Now we know. All right.
We are ready. Hey, what's up? Welcome to This Week in White Supremacy. Yes, indeed.
Yes. We almost had technical difficulties.
Almost, but you know we're getting used to it. We got a little bit different setup today, but we experiment.
Yeah, we're doing new stuff on the fly all the time.
Absolutely,
we're trying to bring you a high value. Trying to give you a high value viewing experience.
We're experimenting with the recipe here.
We are.
I'm watching it right now.
So let me introduce myself. I'm Jasiri X, co-founder and CEO of One Hood Media, and I will introduce Miracle.
Hello. I am Miracle, the Director of Policy and Advocacy here, the all-encompassing lover and uplifter and supporter of all people light-skinned. And I'm just
I like that.
Here.
Talk closer to the mic, though. We can't.
I'm just here, so I won't get fired.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Absolutely. And next to Miracle,
Sorry,
our brother.
I'm next level surprised right now. It's Trouble NLS, never like supremacy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like this chicken.
Oh, no.
But we shall see.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Niggas love seasoning.
Hey.
Apparently, Paula Patton may not love.
Niggas love spice.
No, Paula Patton loves seasoning.
Leave my baby alone, man.
Okay, Mr.
Man.
You would eat that chicken, huh?
Listen, let me say this.
With a smile on your face.
I'm fasting right now, and so
Like you're the only one.
It's Ramadan, Paula. I'm sorry.
Like, look, baby.
Unfortunately, I can't taste that pink chicken.
Listen, I ordered wings one time from Pizza Hut, and they sent me raw chicken. I was tight, and then they actually. So when I phoned them, and I told them they sent me raw chicken, they came to my apartment. They came to my flat and asked for the chicken back. Like, what are you gonna do with this? Like, cook it to somebody else?
Give it to somebody else. That is wow.
But yeah, I mean, but Paula, like, baby, come on, man.
So for those that don't know, there was a video that went viral, and for whatever reason, I mean, people, we trying to make it work, right? Actors are trying to make it work in the new technology. So I guess Paula has maybe was this on Paula TikTok? I don't know. Somehow Paula Patton has I don't know if she has a cooking show, or she just decided one day, I'm going to show the world
my mama's recipe.
My mama's famous fried chicken. It's wild that we start with during Ramadan. We're going to start with some fried,
because it's just so unappetizing. It's a safe space for us.
And I mean, it's a funny.
She just made fasting easier.
And who is this? The track queen. Whoever the track queen, because this is the sister that commented on it. And
right.
So Paula got the chicken out. You know what I'm saying? She gave it a rinse down. And she just put it in some unseasoned flour. And then she decided to
season the grease.
Right. Put the flour chicken in the grease and then put her seasoning. I don't know why. It's almost like a broth. I guess a grease.
I don't know how it works.
Broth.
I'm not sure.
That's funny.
Why is it that you're the funniest when we're talking about food issues? Like, just really don't fuck around about food.
Because it's like Cancer Moon,
right?
Man.
The grease changed colors.
Yeah,
you know
right.
It went from like clear.
The seasonings are burning.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds even less appetizing.
Yeah, it's just gonna taste like fried grease.
Yes.
Fried
so I don't know.
And grease.
Does everybody here love fried chicken? I don't want to.
I'll be honest with you.
I
We're
really
black.
love fried chicken.
Because we're black.
That's
we
what I'm saying.
love
I don't
fried
want to
chicken.
assume that
I haven't had
somebody
fried
in here-
chicken in a long time. Like, outside of us getting chicken,
which you get like all the time. So what are you talking about? You get chicken like twice a week. I haven't had fried
Don't
chicken
do me
outside
like
of the
that. Yeah,
time.
no, I mean, but like
we order it twice.
I was
a
gonna say
week.
prior to us ordering from the restaurant chicken, which is delicious. I don't really eat a lot of fried chicken.
I mean, I don't eat it either, but it's a staple, right? Like fried chicken.
Yeah. I mean, I grew
You
up
know what
eating
I'm
it.
saying?
But
Yeah,
once
it's a staple.
yeah.
And I don't want to
Go ahead.
What? Treble Miracle?
Hey, I do. I'm not gonna lie. I do love fried chicken. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, me too.
you feel me?
Yeah.
So
I'm a fan.
But the way I make it is a little bit different.
different.
I'm not gonna judge her too harsh. You know what I'm saying?
Because of her mom, right?
Yeah.
No,
Miracle. Say what you gonna say,
We're
Miracle?
different. You know what I'm saying?
I have
Like,
grown.
if that's how she likes it,
I have grown.
Do you like fried chicken, Miracle? Do you?
Yes.
And
I'm from the South.
You're from the South, right? So
we
you
believe in seasoning and even
a flour, seasoning flour.
flour, a little egg. You know.
Okay, yeah.
I use the egg.
Yeah, to
You
keep,
know.
keep it on there. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
even the Korean style fried chicken does not even.
No.
So
do
Yeah,
this.
like
The Korean fried that would have helped her not have it be pink because you drop it back in.
Yeah,
You let it rest and then you refry it. I think
yeah, double fried, like what?
fried hard.
Yeah,
Like we
fried
like
hard.
our-
I say fried hard.
like our
Yeah,
chicken fried
pause.
hard, yeah. So would your grandmother walk into
no,
Paula
that's an
Patton's
embarrass. Don't even embarrass my grandma like that.
Chris
First
Rock
of all,
walked on the stage? I mean, like Will Smith.
neither Mary or Minnie would have ever. Listen, my
Your apartment.
grandma.
Would she have just took the whole fried chicken she just made and threw it in the garbage?
No, she would have been like, "Oh, poor baby. I'll fix you something."
It was hilarious though that people immediately went to her mama, right? Because Paula Patton said, "This is my mama's chicken."
I think she knew it was messed up because she kept saying,
She kept distancing herself from this.
This is my mom. This is how my mama did it.
Yeah.
Like she knew, there
Well,
were
you
supposed
should-
to be some extra steps in there.
But should she have said mother so we would be clear? Like, you're talking about a white
No.
lady, like my mama. No, that's
No.
that's
I mean,
mother.
Not everyone knows how to cook, right? And
yes.
and that's it is what it is. But for most people, you take your chicken, you rinse it with like lemon, vinegar.
Yes.
You're trying to get all the gook off from
Right.
from the factories and different stuff like that. You also wipe down your kitchen not to get the bacteria. Some people may season their chicken. Some people season their flour. Some people may even season a little egg bath.
Some
There's
people
multiple
season their grease, obviously. There's a whole Caucasian method.
hot
The grease
broth,
seasoning.
like the broth,
The grease broth, burnt grease seasoning.
oh shit.
Yo,
It was just different. It's not for me, but she
right.
liked it.
Just imagine,
Power to her.
Just imagine if you're like Paula Patton's mom and you just minding your business somewhere,
your R.I.P. to her mentions.
reading a book and just drinking coffee, and now all of Twitter's dragging you for just
Damn.
being a white woman. Like you didn't
Man.
ask nobody to share your recipe.
It's like you gotta be worried now. People invite you over. Now you gotta worry about raisins in your meatballs.
Man.
Seasoning.
Are you going to get your
Seasonings
bully
and
on? Is
grease.
this why you need to? Miracle want to see both parents. Let me see both your parents before I taste any of your food.
Listen, I need to see a plate.
You scrolling the Instagram? Is your mama black or your who? What
Or
biracial
did-
are you?
Did a black woman love you enough to teach you how to cook or to show you how to cook? Like, what is happening here?
You said you had a hot take, Farouk. What's your?
So
You go eat the chicken.
no, it has nothing to do with that. Okay, listen. Growing up, right? I grew up around a lot of black people from different parts of the world.
Yes.
It wasn't until it became an Instagram conversation, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, that I ever see anybody wash chicken.
I mean,
feel for
okay,
you, bro.
okay.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody wash chicken before.
It's still like
It's a very hotly debated topic.
Yeah, you know, black people. We gonna try to keep it extra clean, you
Right,
know?
yeah.
We're
But I've
going
never
to- we
seen
don't
black
want-
people wash chicken.
Never seen you even put it underwater.
No.
Yeah, my mom always told me
I've
wash that.
never,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
I've
saying?
never seen
You know the
anybody.
salmonella. We ain't.
I mean, but you cook it though, right?
Bro, and there were people in the mention saying you don't have to wash the
Right.
chicken.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
the woman, the track queen was like, "Yo, you didn't do enough. You just
Yeah, the cold
you just
water.
kinda
That is
just
not
threw it under the
clean.
water. That's too little. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Miracles,
Miracles, man.
miracles. Just talk about his. Just talk about his.
Even
His
my
complexion,
sister-
Miracle.
my-
Just go ahead. Just
No,
talk.
I'm not. My sister was like, I couldn't even watch the video. That was just like a travesty. Like,
Oh wow.
it's just like food like it's an injustice against food. There is a chicken
Injustice
shortage.
against
Like,
food.
why would you do? And then
There
why
is a
would
chicken
you
shortage. Yeah, that's right.
share that for other people to copy it? Because now everybody's going to have this unseasoned chicken.
But
And
think about the memes we're about to get from this.
it doesn't matter.
I can't wait.
It's just like
We're
I
gonna get
never-
so much great content. Like, I imagine if like someone does a parody of this
but
shit.
there wasn't even. But here's the
Hopefully.
thing: there wasn't even any garlic powder. in her
Right.
seasoning.
Come on, Paula. Paula, do better, baby.
Yeah,
like,
just-
come on,
The
baby.
bare minimum, like the
flowers
spiciest
right there.
of-
Like, you can just put it.
Like, I'm not mad at the paprika.
And guess what?
paprika,
Paula,
the
like,
Lowry's are good.
Lowry's is great.
Good.
Everybody love Lowry's.
and it was like seasoned only on one side of the chicken. It's like
No, she said
Yeah.
she turned it over
Right,
and she
and
seasoned.
she seasoned
but
the grease
what
some
about
more.
the sides and the front and the back of the chicken?
You have to make sure that's well seasoned.
Yeah.
Like, you get me.
I mean, she could even like. I just want to see
And
what
plus,
her
you're
buttermilk.
already frying the side of the chicken that you didn't season. So what's the point of?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's impervious to flavor at this point.
Yeah.
you just made like a wall, like a barrier.
I mean,
So,
honestly,
it's so funny because, like, you know, and then the blogs like Paula Patton's unseasoned fried chicken recipe video horrifies fans.
but you,
Well, yes, you said your sister was horrified.
I bet you someone in there said that's why she married a white man. I guarantee you.
He loves this chicken.
Right. Listen, Robin
You don't
Thicke-
know no better.
literally, if she could have made, the seasonings into like a wet sauce, she could have tossed the chicken after.
Come on.
and that would have been better. Look at me being fat. Like,
Listen, now you're making me hungry. we gotta change topics. 'Cause we have a good
Well,
7 hours.
speaking of injustices,
we can go volunteer.
speaking of an injustice, a robbery happened.
Oh, God.
At the Grammy.
Oh my days, bro. Listen,
The Grammys
I'm
had
triggered.
a category called Best Reggae Album, and it was Sean Paul was in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, very well known veteran. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Sean
listen.
Paul, right?
My girl Spice.
The
Spice,
queen of
come
dancehall,
on.
Spice, the queen,
You get
right?
me?
You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and there was also a group, Soldier of Jah Army, better known as Soulja, an all-white Virginia Best Reggae band, and guess who won?
wait. Tell me.
Soldier
Most of
won.
us are moved by white things because we don't actually think
We
they're
need
real.
the other one. We need the that's
Oh,
a white man. We
listen.
need,
Listen.
that's a white guy. When you walk down the street,
And
that's
it's not that.
somebody said, "Where's Will
You're
Smith
white.
when you
I
need?"
hate to break this to you, but you're white. You are a Caucasian. You're not white. You're definitely white.
God.
If anyone ever passed you on the street, they would say,
That's
"That's,
a
a white
white
person." Remember that. They would say,
Yeah.
"That's a white person." Remember that.
That's a few of them.
Somebody said, "Yeah, where's Will Smith when you need him?"
Man.
To mash up the show.
Mash up the show. Mash up.
There are white Jamaicans again.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's fine.
Yes.
The issue is
They're not Soldier, but there are white Jamaicans. Soldier
Correct.
ain't the white. They're from Virginia.
the issue is
Oh.
the album is garbage. Don't listen to it.
We
But when they
listened to
get
some
up
of it.
there, when they got up there talking about one love and their fake Rastafarian Jamaican accent,
Oh
it
no, they
was just
didn't.
like,
No, they didn't.
yes, they did. Like,
You better go
you
up there
don't
like
talk
the
like
Virginian
that.
you are.
I didn't.
That is
I
not
didn't know
your
that.
accent. That is not doing the. People like at some point we got to stop blackfishing. And it's always funny because y'all allow these white women to blackfish and blackfish
That's
and
true.
blackfish.
That's true.
And then when these white men do it, then that's when people
Then
get
it's a
upset.
robbery.
Then when-
Mash up the show.
y'all were okay with Iggy, but when MGK came out, y'all were like, "Oh no, we can't do this."
But look, so now, and this is Jared Lindo. He said, "I'd encourage everyone to listen to that Soldier album before rushing to negative judgment. I queued it up on Tidal just now, and I can honestly say I didn't make it past track 2 because it was hot garbage. But at least now I know I'm right."
It sounds like if you and your friends were like in your garage and was like, I just heard this new
Some
sound
Bob
called, called reggae, and you just try to make a drunken reimagining of that. That's what it sounds like. It's just so sad. And I think that like Spice, who has put dance hall and reggae really on the map, who's been doing the work and it just like overlooked. It makes no sense.
There's so many other artists that you could,
Yes.
first, I mean, if we even go into delineation between dancehall and reggae, but like, Spice is legendary. Like, large out Spice. I mean, even like Shensia's out now. You got Jada Kingdom, you got Stock Ashley, you have, Damian Marley's always, I mean, I don't think he's put out a new project. His last one was dope, but I mean, there's so many. Who's all nominated? Who's nominated?
I just know those couple, but I
There's
don't
a couple
know.
more
Yeah,
acts.
yeah.
But the funny thing is, I think Damian Marley was on Soldier's first album.
Oh,
I can tell you. I
They
can tell you
I mean,
exactly who
that's
was
probably
nominated.
a label placement or something.
So Spice was nominated.
Okay.
Jesse Royal,
Uh-huh.
Sean Paul,
Right.
Gramps Morgan,
Okay.
Atana,
Yeah.
and Soja.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But
Fuckery.
I think
It's
if
wild.
people also
Fuckery.
have
It's wild.
to remember the Academy there's networking. You have to be able to talk to these people, send out your packaging. They have to listen to the music. So when you have these industry insiders, kind of like, you're like even like a Billie Eilish, your brother is an industry insider. He's going to be able to push you and
curated.
put you
It's all curated
in the right places and positions. And so this is what happens a lot of times.
I've never heard a Billie Eilish song.
Right, and I mean, I don't know Billie Eilish either, but what I think was interesting, like what you said, because you do have, I know they've tried to be better at the voting, but there is a majority of white people that are voting on it. In fact, speaking of networking and Academy, they also gave a Grammy
to Louis C.K.
for Louis C.K. for a comedy album in which he addresses sexual misconduct revelations. So it is wild that, like, because we began this discussion, particularly in light of like this tremendous like Will Smith backlash, which is to me bordering on like super weird right now. Right?
At this
what
point,
I'm
why? Like, I'm upset. We're even still talking about it.
Right.
Because it's whack. Like,
right, but it's like he had to resign from the Academy. It's like, I mean, it's kind of crazy. But and then it's like,
I mean,
okay,
I seen that one coming.
But Louis C.K. He was against other people, and this is like, we know what he did. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for all those who don't know, I'm gonna water this down because Ramadan and stuff. He pleasured himself in front of some women.
Right.
Co-workers.
Right.
Oh, I didn't know they were co-workers.
Yeah, fellow comedians.
Co-workers.
Yeah, fellow comedians.
Jesus
and
Christ.
then his manager was basically like, if y'all complain about it, you're not going to be booked, and we'll cut your bag and stop your check. And
so he was like, "You're going to watch me."
Yeah. And it's like,
and I'll be damned if you say something about it.
And then so like, of course, obviously during Me Too, people, he lost.
Your beard look real good, man. Your barber did an amazing job.
Thank you, man. Shout out to Bats. So like at the he lost the stuff that he should have lost, right? He TVs, movies, whatever. He went away, but then he's coming back, and of course his fan base is majority other white guys. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're going to his shows. He's doing his thing, but I think and one of his victims was a woman named Jen Kirkman. And she had an interesting tweet. She said, to every media person in my email today asking me for a comment about Louis C.K., stop asking me, ask male comedians. Why not ask Patton Oswalt, Judge Apatow, Mark Macon, Marin, or David Cross, Bo Burnham? She named them all. Aziz
Ansari.
Yeah. So
he has his own.
100%, right.
But that she identified all those people that had allegations, and
he still got shows coming out. He just did some type of Netflix special or comedy special. So I think like, in light of that, it seems like, the difference between like what happens when it's somebody black or what happens with somebody white is much different. How do you all see? I'll come to you, Miracle. How do you see? Is it just whiteness going white when you see like Louis C.K. getting the Grammy?
I mean, I think D-Ray calls it like watch whiteness work.
Yes.
But he was never canceled to begin with.
Never.
I think that we have to go back and look at what cancel culture is. It was literally impacted and marginalized, underrepresented people of the global majority, as we like to say.
There we go.
Basically saying, I don't want to support this person because they are violent or bigoted towards me and my communities. And white people lost their shit and was like, oh, sorry. And they were like, no, this is not what's going to happen. The tours have always been there. The recordings, the Spotify, all that stuff has always been there. There's never been cancellation. People have continued to support all of these predators. Like, people still watch all of Harvey Weinstein's movies. People still listen to all of R. Kelly's music.
Right.
No, like,
I scrolled past something the other day. It was actually last night on Instagram. It was a dog jumping and it had R. Kelly on. I was shocked because I haven't heard an R. Kelly song in so long.
Right.
And I was like, oh shit, like people still do. Like, you know what I mean?
Listen, all of these predators still have support.
Right.
And I think had it not been for the Will Smith incident, there would have been no backlash to this. It would have been very minute.
Yeah, I agree.
But now it's like, how can you complain about violence?
Right,
but you're supporting violence.
That's real.
100%. Trouble?
Yeah, that was my exact thought. Is like, how can we sit here and like celebrate Louis C.K. to the point of him winning a Grammy?
Right.
And not be able to at least make some kind of light out of Will smacking Chris Rock.
Well, is it because like, you know, and this is like we don't necessarily know Louis C.K. Like if one of his victims was some popular woman, I'm asking, right? And because we know, like, you know, Will Smith didn't just smack a random person, right? He smacked another, you know, multi-million-dollar celebrity. So is it like this is celebrity on celebrity crime? And if maybe Louis C.K. had a more well-known victim, maybe that's the key, or somebody with a larger platform. You're saying no, Miracle?
No, I'm trying to think of all the people who've been accused of violence and stuff.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
You know, I think of like the Marilyn Manson, Evan Rachel.
Right, because Marilyn Manson also won a Grammy.
Correct.
For the song with Kanye West, Jail.
And the person who accused him is super famous.
True.
More famous.
Absolutely.
Him, now, it's white people get grace and black people get punished. And at the end of the day...
I was waiting.
This was it's just an exercise in power.
Right.
People like to have that moment where they can I put that black man in his place.
Yes.
And this is that moment for a lot of folks. And so that's what they're riding on, and it'll be somebody else next week or next month. I won't be back here again.
Absolutely. Did you have a comment on Louis C.K. Farouk?
I'm kind of I don't want to say I'm baffled by it because I expect whiteness to whiteness.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I think that like we're in an area now where a lot of women are just now I would say comfortable talking about sexual assault.
Right.
And to kind of, you know, award someone for doing it.
Right.
It's
not right. Like making in a sense, he made jokes about
made light about
the allegations against him. Right?
Yeah, and it's just wild to me.
Should Will Smith make a movie about him smacking Chris Rock? Would that?
He slapped people in films. So I mean,
yeah.
You know, I don't know. Like, I'm all for allowing artists to create, right? And I'm all for, you know, not censoring artists' content. However, we have to do, you know, some diligence, I think, as an artistic community when we look at the content that we produce, the harm factor of it. Right. Like, if any, like, you know, let's say, for instance, like Boosie, when he jumped out the window on Lil Nas X. That shit was whack.
Yes.
Like, it was cool. Like, and he, you know, it's one thing, it's like you say, okay, well, I don't believe or I don't agree with, you know, LGBTQIA issues. Right. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Right, and just draw the line right there.
Yeah.
But when you start attacking someone because of it, like literally attacking and saying something about their family,
making it seem like his music was going to make your child.
Yeah, that argument's fucking whack to begin with. But like, you know, this case right here though, like with Louis C.K., like I think the Grammys should have intervened and just be like, hey, listen, we're not going to accept this nomination, or we're not going to accept this submission for a nomination. Right, you know, I think that should have been
100%.
That should have been what the Grammys say.
Because I mean, I think
if you're already saying you're gonna pull Will Smith's Oscar,
well, that's a question right now. But
it's
his movies. You know, they said he had a movie at HBO that got pulled. They said he had some other movie in development called Emancipation, about freed slaves. Right. That's on hold. Bad Boy 4 is on hold.
Will Smith was going to buy HBO? Is that what
he was going to buy him? He was about to buy NBC. Look what, but I mean, it is in the context of like we're seeing all of this, like, you know, stoppage of Will Smith's work, and is he going to do anything? You know, we still haven't heard. We've seen this like almost irrational attack on Jada Pinkett, who didn't do anything and say anything.
It's
as if she's like
miracle word that she schooled me with. It's a lot of incels that are upset at Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah.
That's like
precisely.
It's really that's what, like, when I see people attacking Jada, I'm just like, okay, you can have your opinions, but for whatever reason, but in this specific instance, why?
Real shit.
Like,
why?
And I think it goes because I be feeling like, and I'll come to you, Miracle. I be feeling like, you know, like, man, like Bill, what's his name? What's the dude who has that show?
Bill Burr?
No, Bill Maher.
Oh, yeah, man like Bill Maher?
He been deserving a smack.
Come on.
You deserve a smack for saying the N-word. Now you coming out
Bill
and going
Burr.
I mean Bill Maher.
I mean Bill Maher.
Yeah, Bill
Burr. I love you. Bill Burr, I love you.
Bill Burr is a good brother. You know, his wife keep him in line, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he said shit and he's like, you know, he said shit, he's like, yo, my wife had to like.
Yeah, she had to say shit. But yeah, Bill Maher, you know what I'm saying?
Waste,
I mean,
man.
Should have
absolute fucking waste, bro.
So what is your, I mean, you know, I'll come to you, Miracle, and we're talking about like, all Will stuff getting shut down, but also kind of like this making of Jada Pinkett as if she's some type of, mind
Sith Lord.
control. Yeah. Like, these are not the droids you're looking for. Like, she's somebody that has a mind control. Like, what? Like, is it? I mean, but this is normal, like, backlash to black women, right?
Yeah, especially black women who have ownership of their own sexuality and their own bodies, and talk about
say that.
I forgot the Andrew something. I forgot what his name is. When they were putting out a video,
Andrew Dice Clay.
No, it's the guy who's the white Jewish dude who's always with Charlemagne.
From the
I don't like that
Schultz,
dude
Andrew
either.
Schultz.
He on my smack list.
Yeah, man.
He made a very degrading roast of Will Smith. It was also coming at Jada, calling her out of her name, and it's all of these men who literally couldn't find partners until they got famous and until they had to like use their status to like emotionally manipulate women to be in their lives and to spend time with them. For some reason, have a beef with Jada because she does what she wants to do.
That's some
her
hardcore.
mind.
Say that again. That's some hardcore shade right there.
Yeah, niggas that couldn't find. You couldn't get pussy until you got famous. Like that.
Like, let's be honest. Those are the people who are upset with Jada.
True.
Every single person who was like, I've been popular. Like I was talking to my friend earlier. He was like, I don't even understand these men being upset with women and attacking women. Like I don't get it. I don't get it. Like he's like, but I've never had to like work for anything. And there is a difference in these incels and these people who like for some reason think that they're providers. When they really can't even provide for themselves, or like so
like
upset.
a woman owes them like something, like
nothing,
just for living, like just
anything.
for being on the internet or whatever, having an opinion.
Let me say this.
Something.
I'm glad I wasn't the one because I don't do men like me don't do the verbals. Like I'm not gonna be online, chatting and in the comment section, everything. But there was someone I know here in Pittsburgh, right, who physically has abused women, right, and he had an outspoken take about Jada Pinkett. Right, and I wanted to air him out, but someone beat me to the punch. No pun intended. So I was like, "Oh man!" I was like, "It was like not this nigga who slaps bitches." There was a woman that said this, saying something about Jada Pinkett Smith.
Right.
Yeah. I was just, but that's the type of niggas that are upset.
Right. It's like that thing, and I'm gonna come into you trouble, but that thing of like people that have a real partnership. It's like, you got to control and just like you said, it's coming from somebody who's never been in a real relationship. Because if you in a real relationship, you don't want to have to control your partner, right? You want to grow and
I want a friend,
right? Build with your partner. You want to grow. You want to make decisions. You want your partner to be as dope or doper than you. You know what I'm saying? You want somebody that you can be like, yo, my partner gives it up, and like, but it's just like you said, it's these. Emotionally immature, really, super insecure men that like a woman that has power, a woman that has, that has like, just like you said, control of her sexuality. Now I'm scared of that. You know what I'm saying? I got to try to cover her up, or I got to, you know what I'm saying? Instead of having her have agency over herself. Trouble?
Yeah. So my first reaction to all of the backlash on Jada was like, since when did their relationship have anything to do with how they got smacked or like the way they practice their relationship, right? Why is it not valid that she was upset about a joke because she's out here having multiple partners? It's like, have you ever heard of polyamory? And it's how this relates to white supremacy for me is it's like it echoes this one right way, right? It's like, oh, I'm monogamous and my girl can't do anything because I'm insecure. Why aren't you insecure? Well, look at what your girl is doing. You're smacking niggas. And it's like, nah, bro. Like, they have an agreement that they both, as adults, agreed upon in private that has nothing to do with you or your opinion on how they should be doing things. You know what I'm saying? That's
interesting. That's a unique take, right? Because like you said, like, how they handle and run their relationship and how they do, because a lot of times like we do put like sex as like the centerpiece of like, particularly like when you talk about like heterosexual relationships, it's like that's the centerpiece, like and it's like they might have a different type of relationship where they don't put that they like sex or who you have sex with up here, and they and if they have that understanding amongst each other. Now what he can't be mad if somebody disses his wife because that was a great point, brother.
Thank you.
It reminds me, I think it was like the New York Times, like when Michael Brown died and was like, he was no angel.
Yes.
Right? And so this idea that we keep saying, like, you have to be a certain type of person
Right,
to deserve respect and support and family protection. That's why we be like, F respectability politics. It's just the reason why it's just like people feel like certain women do not deserve a good man or a man that loves and supports them.
Right.
They are.
And what's wild about that is like you have this, who is he? What was the representative from that said is like my colleagues have invited me to these orgies with cocaine and everything.
Oh God!
And it's not even a talking point, right? It's like this is an elected official. Is he in Congress?
Madison Cawthorn or whatever his name is.
He was like, my colleagues have invited me to cocaine laced orgies.
Right. And he said he went. Like he went to the orgies.
And now they're like, yo, name names, nigga. Like, in my opinion, him saying that was a grift.
Yes,
like it was
100%.
Him saying that was a grift.
It was a threat.
Same thing.
No, because remember,
I'll expose this.
No. So he is under investigation.
He's getting some money out of this.
No. So he is one of the people who are under investigation in accordance with like the January 6th.
Right.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He was one of the people in Congress that encouraged January 6th, that encouraged overturning the election. Super Trumpian dude. Yes.
And North Carolina has.
He's from North Carolina too.
Yes. It has in their rules of procedures, like you can be expelled for seditious acts.
Yes.
Right.
And so he's under investigation and they could actually expel him from the Congress. And I think that was
so it's a grift.
It was like a blackmail. Like, listen.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Like grift, you're trying to get money. Blackmail, he's like, if I lose
y'all
better.
I used the wrong word, but that
y'all better come and come to my aid. I think that's what it is.
He dog whistled.
And he's like, listen.
But like you said,
I know where the orgies are.
Right.
I know where the keys are.
Right.
Like, what is he like? Heidi Fleiss now? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right. And but right.
On,
because what's wild is
Trevor's a little young for Heidi Fleiss.
You have a dude, Matt Gaetz, who's like under investigation for like sexual trafficking or dealing with, having sex with underage women that he like paid money to over Cash App. So you do have Republicans that have this history, but I never saw it like that. Miracle. That's fascinating. He's kind of like, hey, yo, y'all want to come at me? Y'all want to primary me? You know what I'm saying? Because they were talking about running somebody against him because he does all this dumb. He called Zelensky a thug, the president of Ukraine a thug. So he's one of these possibly in Putin's pockets type people. And so he's like, yo, I know where the drugs and he came out, I guess, and said he exaggerated and he saw somebody doing a line.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, and that's just the to Miracle's point. Only a certain type of people get respect like that. Right. The man who brought all them guns to the Capitol when the Molotov cocktails and everything. The judge was like, you'll have a life after this sentence. Like, you'll be fine. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the judge was kind of like cheering him up some, taking mercy on him.
And that, just like you said, like that. Now that we're here, because that's my. It's my bag because I want all these people to go.
Listen,
jail.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying, to go to jail. First of all, this man, all right, Lonnie Kaufman, who brought a small, Lonnie Kaufman, who brought a small armory to the Capitol, right? Molotov cocktails, several weapons on the day of the riot.
He said he didn't intend any harm.
Right, a truckload of weapons, ammunition, and Molotov cocktails. First of all, the dude only got 46 months.
Right.
46 months.
That's 4 years.
For bringing a truckload. Brothers got guns, just one gun.
You get more than that for a weed charge.
Oh, my
automatically
God.
5 years.
Yeah. And then don't let it be loaded because you get a year per bullet.
I mean, and think about this. He brought a truckload. He's from Alabama. This dude is 72.
Right.
You're not some young.
He said, fuck it, I'm gonna go out with a bang. He said, I'm going out with
72. If you don't know by 72. You know what I'm saying? What the rules and regulations came from Alabama. Again, this is a federal charge. You drove from Alabama with a truckload of weapons, ammunition, and Molotov cocktails.
I wonder if he stopped at like a rest stop and made
I think people here got that same amount of time for like jumping on a police car.
Literally jumping on a police car. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what is it? Because we saw that with the bomber, the guy that planted the bombs. He got like probation.
Yeah,
you know
2
what I'm
years.
saying?
Yeah, 2 years of probation. Like that. That shit is, but to me, that wasn't what was the wildest part. It was the fact that the judge is just telling him, like, you know, you'll be, like, I guess he said he wanted to spend time with his family on his release. And the judge was like, you'll have time. Like, you know, you'll be okay, white man.
My objective, this is what he said. My objective was to try to discover just how true and secure was the election. Why do you have to do that with a truckload of, with Molotov cocktails? Yeah. Like what? Like no, that wasn't not your objective, man.
You know what you could do, my nigga? Do what we do. Start a podcast.
Oh shit!
Like, you know what I don't know. How do you say? Wait, how does this man say he has no intentions to hurt anyone? Nigga, you got a truckload of guns. What are you talking? They're made to hurt people.
Yes.
What are you? What?
It's the Molotov
destroy
cocktail.
property.
Yeah, it's the Molotov. That's the wildest part. It's like,
how do you say you don't plan to destroy property? Well, why do you have a Molotov cocktail, sir? Like you're gonna drink it?
Yeah, like.
What the hell?
So I'm wondering if, and it could be both, but I'm wondering if it's the fact that the judge was white.
I'm
right?
sure he was, man.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if it's the fact that he was white.
He probably old white too.
Yeah, or if he has some kind of sentiment about January 6th to where he sympathizes and kind of wishes that he could have been there. And probably sees this man as like, you're a hero. Right. Yes. You came there prepared to do what I wanted to do, but can't. I don't know. It's looking real fishy.
Hey, hold on. At his house, I didn't know we were going to get this deep in the Lonnie.
Man,
at his house.
Pause.
It wasn't it's even 2022. Like we don't have to say pause anymore. Here, unlearning white supremacy, unlearning homophobia. It went better for you all.
But listen to this.
What's at Lonnie's house?
At his house was a list of public figures under a heading that reads, he
had a Kill Bill death list?
He had used white pages to locate people. He had a list in his house, man.
White pages, hum.
I feel you at all.
Yo. Including ex-Dem senator, trader, billionaire, leftist trader, a billionaire oilman and fundraiser for Obama. Like in 46 months, though. Like I mean, come on, there's no more.
So he had a hit list.
A hit list.
That's wild.
I didn't know that.
I gotta locate these people. I mean, I don't know.
What was he gonna do? Just ask them harsh questions?
He was gonna. I guess maybe he was gonna share a Molotov cocktail with him. He obviously wasn't gonna harm anybody, or you know what I mean. Like
I have strongly worded suggestions for you.
You know, like how do we? Is there a way? I'm coming to you, Miracle. It's like, is there a way for us to respond to this? Like, I don't know. Do we? I'm asking for me. Do I write the prosecutor? Do I write Merrick Garland? Like, what in the hell? Because
listen,
you're encouraging these white folks to just do this shit all over again.
Yes, you can write your attorney general. You can write the judges. However, depending on the passion that you put in that paper, you yourself
I might come
will
under
be a cellmate.
See what list you got, Jasiri.
So you need to be
Jasiri
careful when writing to federal employees. But you know, again, for me, and I know y'all hate this. My thing is the same grace and compassion that Lonnie gets, I want everyone else to have. Because if he has less than 5 years, now I'm not good with math because I'm like, what's 6 times 12?
Not even 4 years. 46 months. You know, not even 4 years.
For having guns and cocktails and the hit list, then that means all of these people who are going to jail for just having a gun, and facing mandatory should have the same grace, the same downward departures of that he got, and that's what I would like to see, and that's what we should be advocating on. I know you want to see them under the jail, all of them,
100%.
Because at the end of the, go ahead,
all of them,
go ahead, do it. People died at January 6th.
People died.
And it is the easiest. And again, I'm not a prosecutor, but that is the easiest conspiracy charge.
100%.
Like that is the easiest gang identification.
Has anybody been tried for conspiracy?
One person, yeah. One person. Remember that one guy, I guess, who's part of the Proud Boys, pled guilty.
Right, that's
to seditious conspiracy. So the question was,
and he turned states.
Right, he was going to cooperate.
Right.
So
I'm snitching.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if we know about the Gibbs factors and all of that, once one person has a conspiracy, that's
Right.
it's knocking them down for everybody else.
You could do everybody. Yes.
And there is no death resulting from upward enhancement. All this stuff that usually that we know that
100%.
like black men would get.
100%.
They're not doing this, and so for me, I'm like, okay, y'all found ways to have downward departures for these terrorists.
Yes.
Let's do it for everyone else.
Let's do it for everyone else. And speaking of another person that I would like to see in jail, our former president. You have a drop for us, Mr. Farouk?
Man, listen.
Fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump.
So the Donald Trump news, what the fuck did Trump do today? Excuse me, I know it's Ramadan, but listen to what he did. So Trump did an interview, and Trump.
Don't do it. No, come on.
No.
Big T? Teflon
Stop
T?
it.
Might as well call him Lipton at this
Yeah, by Lord and mercy.
Got all the tea.
You know what?
So he
He's gonna
and
come
he was
to
asking.
Pittsburgh.
No, he was asking for the tea.
When
And
he
was,
comes to Pittsburgh and he's like, I heard they call me Big T.
They call me Big T in Pittsburgh.
I'm
I heard
going
there's a one hood organization.
Uh-oh.
Came out with a one hood shirt. But he wanted the tea on
What if he
on
did
Joe
come out
Biden.
in a one hood tee?
Yeah, nah,
I'd be so
man.
offended.
Nah, man, I would be super
We had to
offended.
change the logo?
No. We
What
would
if you
just
said make one
we would
hood great
just-
again?
We would just have to diss him. But I mean, we doing it now. But he did an interview where he called for Vladimir Putin
Right.
to release dirt on Joe Biden. He wanted the tea. He wants the tea on the Biden family. And basically said, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, you losing. You know what I'm saying? You about to be out of there. Biden is calling you a butcher, and Biden is calling for regime change. What you need to do is get me reelected. I mean, this is what he's saying, right?
Yeah.
Give me some dirt on the Bidens. I know you probably got some. Get me reelected, and I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this is, a lot of the Republicans said, I don't think we should be asking Putin for anything. You know what I'm saying? People have said, like, I don't think Vladimir Putin ought to be the one. He's one of the people that we go to favors for. So, like, here's somebody who's called Putin a genius. He called him savvy. He gave him all types of props.
And
how much
he's
he
facing
liked them.
backlash from both parties.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Bipartisan backlash.
But when it comes to Trump, they tight, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to say his name. And Trump is really, like I said, he's asking for some help, I guess, if he's going to run for president. What do y'all think about Trump asking Putin for some love?
That shit is wild. Like,
super wild.
To ask another country. First off, it's like the immediate question is why does Vladimir Putin have access to dirt on Joe Biden? First off. Secondly, why are you requisitioning another country to attack a sitting president? The tertiary point is, like, how are you paying for this, my nigga? Like, what's the quid pro quo here?
I mean, that's the thing. You know what I'm saying?
And that's probably the most important thing. It's like, what do you get out of this?
Right. Like, how would you, do you know he has this dirt on the Bidens?
Yeah.
And if you do, like, how do you know that? Like, and, you know what I mean? But, I mean, I think there's this thing of, like, the GOP's relationship with Putin and how they've been pushing for Putin and how this might change everything. Do y'all have anything, Trouble Miracle?
Listen, I think Putin's a little busy right now.
Too busy to find that tea.
Something lets me know he's preoccupied.
Yes.
But I think it goes to show that these world leaders really be hacking and spying on people.
Yeah.
If Putin really wants somebody to win, what they need to do is cancel all of this student loan debt and just have people be free to make their own decisions and go from there. Just JK, I'm not calling for international interference.
But it's just, I mean, just
in our
think,
government regulations. But I
think how wild that is. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's wild that, like, he's, like, openly, I mean, like, and this is where we talk about white privilege, right? Because I remember, like, when we was just protesting the war, it was like, you're anti-American.
Right.
How dare you do that? That's against America. I remember when they were saying, like, because America was at war, we couldn't criticize the president, right?
Yeah.
And here's this guy basically saying to another foreign leader, like, hey, foreign leader, release dirt on my opponent so it can help me get reelected. And it's like, that's just Trump being Trump. It's like, it's like no big deal. That's just, and people are like, oh, I didn't see it. I haven't looked at it. You know, a lot of these Republicans were like, no, I didn't see that comment. I don't know what's going on, because they're afraid to even confront. I mean, this is
it's like paid in full. Like,
hey, Big
Calvin
T,
got you niggas shook.
Hey, Big T got him shook, man. You know what I'm
niggas
saying?
is shook.
Lord have mercy.
Like, I don't know why, like, they're so parallel. Like, it just
hey,
like,
man, because Trump, he controlled the money coming through.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it makes it look like, you know, there is some type of a financial transaction between Putin
absolutely
and Big T. You know what I mean? Like, is he? I wonder if does he pay him in rubles or is he paying him in USD?
I mean, he paid him. You know, people would say he paid
like
him
in secrets,
Russian interference in the election.
Yeah.
People would say, well, you know, Trump has a friend, and his friend is in Georgia. And his friend is supposedly going to be running for the Senate. And his friend
we're not talking Walker. We're not talking about the nigga who lied about his academic.
First of all,
Herschel Walker was like, ain't nobody. They don't have Google.
My name Herschel and I'm smart. I'm so smart. We don't talk about no CTR.
He did say CTR. We don't need any CTR. And like, he was telling people for years, not only that he graduated, like he didn't even graduate.
Like, we have transcripts, my nigga. There's literally receipts that you pay for when you go to university.
You know that these people called journalists.
They're called degrees.
They can actually investigate these claims that you make.
That was just hyperbole.
But he said he was at the top 1% of his class at the University of Georgia and didn't even graduate.
What he said was he had aspirations, hopes, and dreams.
Aspirations, hopes, and dreams. I was going to get around to it, but what had happened was
very interesting enough. I forgot the time, but there was a moment when Trump had like a football team or invested in like football.
Yes. The USAF.
Actually, USFL.
Congratulations.
USFL, that's right.
Y'all know history.
Yeah.
But Herschel Walker was one of the people he hired, and from then on, Herschel was like, Trump is my man.
Yeah.
And they have been rocking. So it is what it is. Again, I've said the reason why Trump is so successful is he has been able to surround himself with people who need him to succeed, and so therefore he will forever have a built-in loyalty. Like these people will do whatever they have to stay in his good graces. And if that means go to jail for him, crap on the walls for him, like whatever it is.
Make white page.
Remember, people were asking if Trump was the Dajjal.
If Trump was what?
The Dajjal, the Antichrist.
Oh no, I don't remember.
Yeah, people started asking if Trump was like the Antichrist just because like his level of influence, like it's like, you know what I mean.
I mean, but he got it on live. But I think, like you said, here's
because he didn't bring peace.
But here's Herschel. Here's
yeah.
Herschel. That's like, you know, he's this is just like you said. This
launch up to you for
this Trump's playbook.
That's
right?
impressive.
Yeah, this is Trump's playbook, right?
I only grew up Pentecostal. Went to Bible school 4 times a week.
But like, you know, he knows like Herschel just can go to these people and lie. Like, they're not going to question him. They're not going to go try to look up and see if he's telling the truth or not. He can just go and say, yeah, I graduated 1% of the class. Like, who's going to go and be like, let me check and make sure? Not these people who are supporting Herschel Walker. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? So he can just lie. I mean, that's what Trump does. You know, for Trump told us, oh, I'm top of my class at the University of Pennsylvania, but won't allow the transcripts to be released, right? I mean, you know, like Trump have you believe he's this great businessman and went bankrupt how many times? You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's that same, like, perpetrate over and over again, and Herschel is just trying to follow that same blueprint.
It sounds like as more and more information comes out about Trump, it's starting to really, I could see the diagnosis for narcissism. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my God,
he seems super narcissistic.
Super.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's like that
from one narcissist to another.
You know what I'm saying? It's like to surround yourself around people who need you, but to also lie about your accomplishments to kind of like make yourself seem more grandiose.
Hey, Treble, the man said he was the Michigan Man of the Year. and they're like, we don't even have that award.
Who said that?
Donald Trump. Like, Michigan was like, we don't have that. There's no record of that. And every time he goes to Michigan, he's like, you guys name me man of the year. And he knows he just can say it over and over again, and people are just going to parrot it. Oh, he's man of the year. There's no, they don't even have that award.
That's wild.
But the thing is, I think though, he's so good at media. Like, he's yes.
Or is he just like, because he's this white guy, he doesn't get the same level of scrutiny.
Well, I mean, and I'm sure he knows that.
It's not the level of scrutiny. It's that, like, white supremacy is profitable.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They feed off each other. And most narcissists are people who are scammers and con artists.
Which I'm neither, but continue.
Most narcissists and people who are scammers, con artists.
There we go.
You see how I
there we
put
go.
that
Yeah.
originally? They have a gift of gab, right? You think about, like, again, R. Kelly, when they were just talking about how he was able what was he saying?
Making me sweat a little bit.
They trying to kill me, man.
I'm not even see, this is the problem. I think you're internalizing what I'm saying. I'm not even talking about you. I'm
She's not
This
bullying.
is time for self-reflection right now.
During Ramadan, she actually took a she said she's not going to bully any light-skinned people during the holy month.
I am trying. But here's the thing. Does Ramadan know you're blaming Ramadan for all this stuff? Like, I don't think I don't think it agreed.
That's hilarious.
I was like, why I'm in it? But, like, they have a gift of gab, and they're able to, that's why they're able to con people.
Yeah.
And I think he realized, was like, listen, y'all want some ratings on y'all TV show.
True.
I'm going to say some wild stuff. Y'all not going to check me. Yeah. And now we're just in this crazy circus that nobody can get out of. Like, there's nothing we can do. Our government is now this full-on circus, and we just have to, like, hope and pray that we can make it each and every single day.
Yeah, you it's interesting because it's another y'all on, like, the stuff that I wasn't even going to talk about, but we just going,
we're here, bro.
We're here because
the
guy who was the president of CBS, Leslie Moonves, he actually is on tape saying it may not be good for America, but it's damn good for CBS. Talking about Donald Trump.
Of course. I mean, listen, we've said this on this show many, many times. What Miracle just said, what Jasiri just said, Trump is great for ratings. Like, whomever writes for America, right? Because America is a season. Like, this season right now of America has been mad. The past 3 seasons, 19, 20, 21, 20, and now we in 22. These seasons are fucking nuts. But, he makes everybody tune into TV. He makes everybody tune into whatever media platform they're on, and they're going to make so much money off of Donald Trump. Like,
100%.
this Trump 2024 campaign is going to be insane. It's going to be
nuts.
like a record label rollout.
It's going to be nuts. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm just imagining what rappers he's going to have. Like, we've joked about it on here, but I know they got to have some type of thing that they're going to bring out with him.
Come on. Lil Wayne is already queued up. He probably got Trump, him and
Kodak.
The Kodak Lil Wayne Trump song is going to be great. And Kanye producing. Yo, that's going to be crazy.
Fire.
That's going to be really good.
Listen.
Are we giving the ideas Miracle? That song is going to be nuts.
Listen, man.
And it's going to go up in the club.
Straight to the charts.
And you know who's going to play it? And you know who's going to play it every day religiously? Exactly.
With his Yeezys on.
So he's going to do a whole workout video and his Yeezys playing the song in the background.
So let me ask you.
I just might.
Is it like, because we got, would you say like Herschel Walker's to Terry Crews? Or.
Don't even bring it up.
What was I going to bring up?
What happened at my alma mater? Don't go ahead.
Oh my God! Or is it? I didn't know that was your alma mater. Or is it the black Georgia State professor who called the police
on 2 black students for being 2 minutes late?
The way y'all just set me up every week on this show.
Like,
hey yo, I mean, like, okay,
that takes the cake for me.
But then this is the wild part, because like, okay, so you late, you 2 minutes late. All right, so cool. Let's say you 5 minutes late, right? And it's like, not like, hey, what happened? Because, like, I mean, come on, it's COVID right now. It's all types of stuff going on. You know what? I left out my mask. I forgot I needed it. How many times have you done that? How many times have you had to do stuff and all the stuff's happening? And then like they showed up and it's like, she's like, yo, y'all gotta leave, y'all late. And they're like, no, like they want to be there. They're like, no, like we want to be here. Like we want to
because we paid money to be here.
We paid money to be here. We want to be here. And she was like, oh, word?
She said, oh, that's your word?
Listen.
Oh, word?
She said, I got something for that ass.
I don't know if she's a doctor. Professor Carissa Gray was not having it. And she called armed police officers to come escort. Like,
Black people can uphold tenets of white supremacy,
yes,
if not better than white people.
Does she like? And then it says the campus police de-escalated the situation. Like, I mean, like you're a teacher, you're an educator, right? So you would think you would know how to reach your students, how to talk to your students.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a dichotomy of
Miracle. At your alma mater, did any of the professors call?
No, but they would tell you like, listen, if you late, don't come. But at the end of
regardless of anything, though?
Sometimes like it's just this idea of like this.
Is this like the black like discipline?
Type of thing? If you're late. Wait, what's the saying?
Right, if you're a half hour early, you're late or some crazy
you're on
shit
time.
like that.
If you're on time, you're late, and if you're late, don't bother showing up.
Yeah, come on, man.
Here's the thing.
As somebody that's habitually late,
I'm always late. I'm gonna be very honest. I'm always late. I get distracted. Sometimes I don't want to get out of bed. I'm like, listen.
Jasir's gonna be late to his funeral.
Listen, showing up is like half the battle, and so I would never be a professor that would be like, oh, you're disrespecting me with your lateness. I almost fell out of class. This professor was so angry at me because I would be late. I didn't care because I was depressed. But no, you're not supposed to call the police on folks. And I think that the police being the de-escalators in the situation is like, thank you, because it could have went left. Mm-hmm. I get the professor feeling disrespected. They always come late to my class. There may be something that they're going through. There may be.
It's bigger than you, my nigga.
You know,
it's like it's bigger than you.
Sometimes you just got to be thankful that people show up, whether in their hoodies or their pajamas,
or
in bonnets.
Mm-hmm. Yes, people should wear their bonnets to class.
I agree with you. I have no problem. Like, I think
I don't care that Monique is getting back in her good graces of the world. The fact she told people not to wear bonnets does not sit right with me.
It bothers me too, but
it's like an older black person.
Don't make excuses for her. She was wrong.
Oh yeah, no, she was absolutely wrong.
Yeah, I think that whole Georgia State, right?
Georgia State, right?
I think that's
will now be known as Miracles alma mater.
Right.
Say Miracles.
I think
that's paternalistic as fuck for real, because it's like 2 minutes. You're mad because they came 2 minutes late. You're not even thinking like, oh, what happened? It was only 2 minutes.
Like really,
went to the bathroom.
I would say that's a shoelace tie.
Yeah, 100%.
That's a shoelace tie.
2 minutes and you're frustrated. It's like
you might have tripped and fell. Like you're going to. I mean, so much could happen. All was on time. This happened.
And then to call the police, it's just like, so you're late to my class, and now you're disrespecting me by not leaving because I asked. It's like, bro, like, who are you? You're here to give me information. Like, I pay your bills low key. Like,
right. Low key. Yeah. I'm paying. And it was funny. It said, clearly no crime had been committed, so there was no arrest. Well, if there's no crime was committed, why the hell did she call the police? Right? You have any comment on Professor Carissa?
I mean, I have a whole bunch of shit that I say when I go to universities. Like, these professors come here with all this ego. They think everything is automatically about them. It's like, yo, if the students are damned if they do, damned if they don't. Because if they don't come to class, they're missing information that you could quiz them on. Right. Or that you could test them on. And they're still paying money to fail a class because your fucking ego is in the way, innit? Yeah. So, this shit was trash, man. Like, I wonder what's the, if there's been any other instances with this professor, if she has any other actions against her.
She has been pulled from the class. I don't know. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, that makes me wonder if there's a history of this.
That's a great question. I think it's something that, we could probably, maybe you could reach out to your alma mater.
First of all, Georgia State University, the amazing Georgia State, graduates the most black people in the United States.
Yes.
So what we're not going to do is disrespect it.
Yes, absolutely.
However, they acted swiftly. They were like, this is not what we do. This is not in accordance with our missions and values, and this is not in our SOP. And hopefully some things will get taken care of. Make sure the professor gets whatever mental health and support and resources she needs and training to go and de-escalate. Traditionally, this is why you should keep the back rows open, let people sit down. Yes, people getting in and out is a distraction, but you got to learn how to deal with that. We do speaking engagements all the time. People show up late, people leave. all type of stuff.
I mean,
people get up and
right.
leave, and we're talking about CRT.
Yeah, I mean, right,
Wow.
or even, I mean, if you're doing a play, I mean, come on, you sit in the back, you know what I'm saying? But this idea, like you said, it's that ego, right? Like, how dare you be late to my class?
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Enough with that. So, we do have, I guess, we can do our sound of the police, and then we can wrap it up. You have our, oh, you know what?
We don't have white pages.
Oh, do we? Well, you're gonna have to turn around, and somebody gonna have to get up and go to the.
Where's Jasmine when you need her?
Yeah. We need
only there was
we
a
need
bookshelf.
Jasmine. Yeah, there's a bookshelf right behind. I do like.
I can't reach it.
I do kind of thought that I know. I'll go to Sound of Police, and then we'll go to this, and then we'll close out. So Fort Lauderdale police. Remember Fort Lauderdale?
Man. Come on, I'm gonna go find a book.
Fort Lauderdale was where my man was at. You know what I'm saying? Who was the police chief? You know, my former neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Who tried to bring diversity to the police force and got fired for it. You know, shout out to him. Basically, a black man got attacked. He was a clerk at the hotel. He called the police because he was attacked by this white man, and he was arrested. I guess you would say abused by police. And the white man was given a courtesy ride home. Nothing happened to. Is this just, you know, life in America? That's basically what it is. Any comment on this?
It's wild how short the story is. It's just, I guess it's a video.
It's a video now. It's a
Okay,
video now.
okay.
Yeah.
That's wild, man. And it's like, that's exactly why we don't call. That's exactly why we're saying defund the police.
100%.
Because clearly they don't help us in any way, shape, or form.
Right. Didn't even try. I mean, and they said, like, he was assaulted twice by the same guest. You know what I'm saying? Because he canceled this guy's stay. And there's video of the guy, like, running at him, attacking him. But, like, when the police come, there's video of the police. When they come, they don't even go to the white guy. They immediately go to the black dude. They immediately start pushing the black dude. They wrote in the report that the black guy pushed them. That didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? That was a lie. They lied in the report and arrested the black dude and put him in the car. And he's the one that got attacked. He's the one that called the police. And then the white guy was not handcuffed. It's similar to remember that video we just saw where the two kids were fighting in the mall?
Yeah.
And they just came and they both went to the black kid and they both got on the black kid. And they was like, they kind of let the white dude know, like, you know, you good. Just chill
You're
out.
safe now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got
We're here.
we got
We're
this
here.
angry guy.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
You can't reform this.
Yeah.
This is beyond reform. This is beyond like something that, you know, a reformation can just. There's nothing salvageable about policing.
Right.
There's not. And the fact, like, you know, there was an incident here in Pittsburgh. Mark Chambers, the brother's name was, whose house was being burgled.
Right.
That's such a funny word.
Yeah, it is.
Is it burgled?
Robbed. We'll just say robbed. You know.
Robbed. Yeah. He phoned the police for protection. He said, hey, my house is being robbed. They showed up and killed him.
Yeah.
So, you know, this is a case where black people.
Right, it's like damn that we do, damn we don't. Like we call
man.
the police.
Come on.
Like we gotta, like if we call, particularly if you call the police and you have a gun, like, you know, it was just a report of a guy. It was like, I guess, a fight in a club, and like the black guy like disarmed somebody, and he like was taking the gun out of the back of the club, and the police just shot him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but my man Lonnie can drive to the Capitol with a trunk load of machine guns and Molotov cocktails, and he's good. You know what I'm saying? Legally, what can my man do, Miracle? Just sue everybody and just get his money?
He needs to sue everybody. But the funny thing about this story is you read it and you're like, okay, I don't get it. But then you see the surveillance footage.
Yeah.
And you realize not only did the police officers lie,
Yeah.
they gave the drunk man a courtesy ride to his destination.
Absolutely.
They were so kind. It's like, yes, this man just got attacked. Of course he's upset.
Right.
Of course he's irate. He's having to fight somebody multiple times.
Yeah,
All he's supposed to do is be logging people into their hotels.
He's at work.
Like,
Right, yeah, he's trying to
of
do his
course.
job.
And the de-escalation, again, white people get grace, so black people get punished.
Yeah.
And this is what it showed. And
That should be the name of this episode. White people get grace, black people get punished. That's the real.
When you're watching the video, the officers are super aggressive. You already
Do
know
they
the
know
situation.
any other way? Like that's.
But
Not
no,
when
but
they
I'm
see
saying
a
you're
black
coming-
person.
You know that you're coming in super aggressive. You know that this guy just got assaulted. Like, back up a little bit.
Yeah,
and this
yeah,
idea that he wasn't listening to me. Like, he's just trying to tell you what's
He
happening.
literally
like,
has a guy that he has in a headlock that's attacked him
Yeah.
while he's at his job.
But
you know what I'm saying?
if only your neighbor was able to change.
Yes, if only he was.
Right. So he was able to change
I forgot. I forgot about that.
So he was able to change
and he
the
tried.
wall.
He tried to stop this. You know what I'm saying?
He tried to,
so I hope he feels like happy today. But like, I told y'all.
I told y'all. That's what y'all get. I did want to, before we get to white pages, I found this so fascinating that a study showed.
Oh, man. But of course, like, I'm not even mad at this, to be honest with you.
A study showed that white Americans cared less about COVID.
Of course they did.
Once they learned it was hurting black people even more than that.
Oh, that's that nigga flu.
They took the mask right off. Like, fuck these.
That's that nigga flu.
I mean, that is so. I mean, just like you said, it shouldn't be surprising to me.
It's not.
But that is kind of like
that's regular.
Hilarious, man. It says when white Americans heard about COVID hitting people of color harder, a lot of them mentally peaced out. But like, black people's dead? Oh, okay, cool. You know, the vaccine, my nigga.
Who conducted this research? Like, that's
like,
what
I was thinking.
Like, yo, like, what made you want to ask that question? Like,
that was whoever. Okay,
does black
so
people being sick make you feel more safe? Like, all these niggas get COVID and we're good. Fuck sending them back to Africa. Just give them COVID. God.
Okay, this was the prestige studies were published in the journal Social Science and Medicine.
Okay.
It said the authors wrote that they found...
I know what I'm talking about on Ask a Black Doctor.
They found those who perceived COVID-19 racial disparities to be greater reported reduced fear of COVID-19. Oh,
but isn't that kind of what they did with HIV and AIDS? It was like only gays and blacks can get it.
Exactly.
So, you know what I mean? Like, that's the same rhetoric.
Condoms are for them, not for us, right? You know what I'm saying? We don't need to use those condoms.
Getting hot here.
You used that one? I heard his own words coming back to him.
I ethered myself on that one. Woo. Wow.
Miracle Trouble.
This episode, that part won't age well. That won't age well. If you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at?
If you know, you know.
If you know, man.
Yes, and I think this again, the lack of empathy for Black and brown folks. Yeah. It was like, oh, these are black people, or oh, these are people with comorbidities. Yeah. So we don't care about disabled folks. And
right. It's 100%, right?
And we want things to reopen. But now we know we're back. We have a new variant. Like every other week, a new variant drops. Cases are going back up again. And it's just like, at some point, it's going to be coming for y'all. So like, y'all may want to talk about getting some PTO. You may want to talk about getting some social investments. Something, because like COVID isn't going away, and once we got COVID, we got the flu, we got probably some other diseases that's going to pop up in the next couple of years. We still got long COVID. We need better social investments in our communities and agencies, and the fact that we can't get that because people like this are like, it's not going to impact me. It's really sad and unfortunate, but
100%.
It came for me.
Yeah. So
See, what I was
white.
thinking is,
I hate to break this to you, but you're white. You are a Caucasian. You're not white.
Like,
you're definitely white. If
that's what they hear when it's the COVID-19,
right? Yeah, that's a white person. Remember that.
You know what?
That's what COVID says,
right?
But, but no. That makes me think like no wonder so many white people were dying of COVID, because that's what their attitude was. No, it's not going to affect me.
Cops and teachers, bro.
I'm free. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden they're like, "Ooh, I can't breathe."
Yeah.
The next thing you know, bye, Johnny. I understand now.
Yeah, I mean, it's deep, man. COVID, stop giving white people grace. COVID, stop punishing black people and giving white people grace. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, our white pages is
from hashtag Black Lives Matter to Black Liberation by Kianga Yamada Taylor. Right, I hope I pronounced that right. I'm be honest with you. I don't know much about this book, but looking at the back jacket, there's a lot of impressive quotes of Cornel West, Michelle Alexander, Michael Dawson, Gary Young, and the front caption: "For Black Lives Matter to Black Liberation is a must-read for everyone who is serious about the ongoing praxis of freedom."
Our $1 million house is Black Liberation. I think that's a
That's
a great.
I mean,
listen. In the world of capitalism,
I better say there's no conscientious purchase in the world of capitalism.
One, shout out to Hooked on Phonics because you read that effortlessly.
You did.
Thank you. Listen,
job. You did a wonderful job, man.
I read now, man.
Ramadan, right? Ikra.
Man, Allahu Akbar. Ikra.
Yeah.
Ikra.
Come on, bro.
Read, man. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They said the angel said Ikra 3 times.
Yes. What does the app say? The verse of today.
So this is our white pages for today. So please, I think what's dope about white pages is it taught me how to read.
All praises due. So do we have a call to action for
Farouk? Keep reading.
I would say call to action, maybe spend some time with your family, right? You know what I'm saying?
For the call to action this week, we have a few call to actions.
Yes.
One, the Peter Spencer family is doing a protest this weekend.
Right.
Please reach out to them to see if that's something that you feel comfortable in participating in, number one.
Right.
Number two, the Black Women's Policy Agenda just released a new report. They did a survey of over 200 Black women talking about their lived experiences here in the Pittsburgh region. So, go to Black Women's Policy, Agenda and read the report. Shout out to them. Love the work that they are doing.
Absolutely.
And again, it is Ramadan. So, spend time with your family, do your fast.
What if you don't have family?
Well, you can spend time with your friends, but it's not like I got an invite to iftar, so it's fine.
I haven't done anything
but also yet. What I was saying is you can also volunteer, can donate. It's also springtime, spring cleaning.
Absolutely.
You can donate.
I did clean on Saturday. I cleaned the hell out of my apartment. It felt great.
That's good. And I will say we're recording on Tuesday. It's a special election today. In like Pittsburgh. So I would say tune in to One Hood Power Hour. Get your updates on all of
new websites coming.
Yeah,
new
websites coming. Yeah, we turning up. So definitely it's
happening.
Right. Some primaries coming up in May. So definitely tune in to One Hood Power. Get your political information. We're gonna have some great stuff coming up. Some pop ups and everything coming up as well. So I think with that being said, any last words, final comments?
We can't release anything right now. I want to tell you, save the calendar. Save the date for May 14th and May 15th.
Yes.
We got some really cool stuff launching.
Absolutely.
So.
And also, I would say, if you have not checked out blackpittsburgh.com.
Yes.
Go to blackpittsburgh.com. We have a new story coming up on the opioid crisis and how it's affecting Black people in Pittsburgh. So that's going to be dropping soon. Also, we have some artist stories and some other stuff. I actually saw Mikkel Elwuna in the barbershop today. Shout out to my brother. We got some... artist liberation is coming back. We doing some big things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We got coming up.
And I know we were doing some stuff in Homewood last week to support the youth who are mourning their friend Day Day. If you're a youth and you want to get involved and share your story, please make sure you reach out to Treble for some work around violence prevention, and we have some cool stuff. So
a lot going to be happening. Coming up with One Hood. So, tune in. Any Farouk, Trouble, y'all got last words, final comments?
Never lose sight.
Absolutely.
No comment.
All right. So,
you going to show the drip?
What?
Show the drip today?
Oh, I'm dressed down. This is a hoodie and joggers.
Just, I don't know if you're going to break your fast today, make sure that chicken is seasoned. So, anyway, that being said, we'll see y'all next week. This has been This Week in White Supremacy. Peace. One Hood.
They suck the blood of the poor and to wipe their mouth. The last gas of a world that is dying out. Welcome to the Whitest House, where every room is a tomb that they lie about. Where you can put your filthy feet on the finest couch, and for the right amount, you can even